Hey dudes, today I got an awesome video on a cheap Bluetooth padlock. Stay tuned for more. Well, here she is, the dog and bone Locksmart keyless Bluetooth padlock. This is a Bluetooth padlock you can put on things like storage lockers or other types of lockers, or even to chain up your bicycle. This works like any other padlock you might get, but instead of using key or a combination, instead you get to use your phone and Bluetooth. It works for both iOS and Android devices. I'll have links to the apps in the description below. As we can see, it is keyless. You can share access between people. I'll show you a little bit more about that later. You can see tracking, it's secure, it is fully waterproof, so you can put it outside to lock up your shed and it'll work just fine. On the back, we can just see some more information about keyless, shared access, tracking, that it's secure, that the battery is long lasting and is supposed to last up to 2 years before recharging, if you use their low power mode, which some people might, but I'm not going to. It says it's tough and weatherproof as well. Rain, hail, snow, or shine from -20 to 70 degrees Celsius. There's not much on the outside here. You just have a nice little open flap to open it up. Not much. You get to see the full device. But let's go ahead and tear into her. Inside, we will find 3 things. You will find the padlock. You will find a little card with QR codes to where you can download the apps. Micro USB cable. Who needs that? We all have millions. And you also will find the padlock itself. Ooh. It's pretty nice. A little bit bulky and hefty, which is pretty good. You don't want it to be of a cheap material so people can get into it. You want it to be nice and bulky. It is a little big for a padlock, but you can get over that. It's got a nice little LED here. On the bottom, we can see there's this nice little flap. If we open up the flap, we can see there's a button in there. There's also a micro USB port. This is where you charge it if you ever need to. Getting into it is really simple. If you have the new iOS 11 update, you can go ahead and go into your camera application and scan the QR code on the card. And go ahead and open that up in the App Store. Or you can go ahead and search for Locksmart and it will come right up. If you have not already downloaded it, you'll want to go ahead and download it. I already have, so I'm just going to go ahead and open. From here, you will have to set up or log into your account. From there, you can go ahead and choose Add a Lock. It'll tell you that you need to press the button on the bottom of the lock to wake it up. We'll go ahead and do that now. After you press the button, go ahead and hit Next. It'll start to search, and it will find it in just a few seconds. Go ahead, click on it, click Pair, and just wait a couple seconds. After it is finished pairing, you can go ahead and open it up. If you go ahead, hit Tap to Unlock, it'll unlock. You can see your battery status and everything in there. If you do not want it that simple, you can actually go into your settings. You can enable Touch ID. So now if you go back into it, you'll have to use Touch ID to be able to unlock it. Or you can even set up a passcode. One of the other things you can do within this app is be able to find where its location was last. So if you walk by it and it connects to your phone, it can automatically take the location access from your phone. If you have that enabled, it'll go ahead and save that. It also has this cool feature that if you enable it, you can actually get your location and status of your device from other dog bone owners. So if there's another person who uses a dog bone lock and they come around your lock, it will anonymously share that data. They won't be able to access your lock, of course, but to their servers, it will send that data if you choose. And here, you can also decide to share. So if you have someone else who you want to be able to have access to this, so you can go in here and enter their details, and it'll send them an invite, and you can choose if you want them to have unlimited attempts, a certain number of unlocks during a scheduled time, or a single unlock. Also in here, you can see activity log. So if someone remotely through one of your shared users unlocks it, you can see when they do so. And here in the settings, you can go ahead and see everything about notifications about battery level, unlocked by shared user, invite accepted by shared user. Next, there's power save mode. This is what will get you that quote-unquote 2 years battery life on one full charge. It turns the device off after 20 seconds, and you have to press the button on the bottom again to pair. It is a little bit of an inconvenience if you just want to be able to whip out your phone, press a button, and have it unlock. But if you want the longer battery life, you can do that too. Here you can choose location mode, which just wakes your lock up every 30 seconds and checks if you're in Bluetooth range and will keep your location. And you can even see serial number information and your firmware version. To get to the settings that I was talking about before, to where other users can be able to anonymously gather data about your lock, you just go ahead, back out, go into the three dots here, account settings, and here you can see crowdsourced location. Enabling this feature will allow you to receive anonymous reports of your lock's location from other Locksmart users. You will also help other users by allowing them to receive location reports from your device. All location and lock information is completely anonymous and privacy protected. If you don't care too much about that and you really want to have the location feature, I don't see why. It's a lock. It's probably going to stay in one place, but hey, I guess so. But if you do want it off, you can turn it off. And you can also see there's a little thing for shared lock status updates. Just a little notification there. There are some things I very much dislike about this lock. First of all, if your phone ever goes dead, there is no other way to unlock this padlock. Some of the other high-end locks from like Master Lock have other ways to be able to get in. This one, you have to have your phone connected. So if your phone dies, you'll have to make sure that it's charged up before you can unlock it. Secondly, if the lock dies, you're going to have to find some sort of power bank to be able to bring with you to plug it in, to get some charge on it, to be able to unlock it. Again, like some of the other major manufacturers like Master Lock, they have little ways to bypass that if the battery dies, which it shouldn't really die. I would highly suggest after it gets to about 30%, probably go ahead, plug it in back to 100. Never let it drop below 20, just for safety reasons, so you don't ever have to worry about it dying. Other than that, it is pretty rugged. It feels pretty nice. The shackle's pretty tight on there. I'm not too sure about security of the lock. The mechanism inside of it is able to be moved while it is locked, so I don't know anything about brute force attempts using strong magnets to be able to move the mechanism out of the way. It might be possible, it might not. I don't know the security they have set up on this device. Overall, if you're just looking for a nice, cheap Bluetooth padlock you can control from your phone, this is perfect for you. As long as you don't ever have your phone die on you, and as long as you keep the battery well above at least 30%, and once it drops below 30%, go ahead, charge it up, you won't have to have any of the issues I described. There's not really much else to say about this low-cost lock. It does the job, it's really nice for the price, and you don't have to spend upwards $150 like the competition. I would highly recommend this if you are in the market for a Bluetooth padlock. Just again, follow my advice about keeping it charged, and if you're a person that always has your phone die, it might not be the best for you. Just be sure to follow my advice on that. All links are in the description below. If you want to go ahead and buy this on Amazon, that's the cheapest place to get it. And I will also leave links to the app down below. Remember to like this video if you liked it. It'll help me out a lot. And dislike it if you want to go see me cry in the corner. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date to all my videos. I love doing videos on tech that's not mainstream and a little bit behind the curtains. I love showing off all these products that you wouldn't normally find. I go digging. I've been in the market for a Bluetooth padlock, and I found this, and I want to share it with you guys because it's so awesome and so low cost and does the job that it needs. Don't forget to scroll on over to dattechweb.com for some cool content. I have a bunch of stuff over there. Go ahead and look through it. Have a great time. And that about sums it up, my dudes. Until the next video, you guys have a great one.